Have you ever just lay awake at night, not being able to fall back asleep and have no idea how to put yourself to sleep? I'm Belinda Kirkpatrick. I'm a naturopath and a nutritionist, and I've got over 17 years of clinical experience. And today I'm going to be chatting to you about how to sleep better, how to fall asleep more easily, and how to get the sleep that you need and your health deserves. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe to our video channel so that you can make sure that you don't miss out on any more videos like these. And you can also follow us on Instagram at The Happy Mammoth. Now, this is something that relates to absolutely everybody because we all need to be getting sleep. Sleep is so important for both our physical health, but also our mental health as well. And it's a time when your body really does rest, recharge. A lot of the healing goes on then. A lot of our hormone balancing is going on then as well. All of us know how awful we feel after a few nights of bad sleep. Shout out to all the mums out there and dads who woke up and did the night feeds as well. You know, that stuff just depletes you. Waking up in the night or not being able to sleep is so depleting. And then we spend the next day running on adrenaline and cortisol and stress hormones, and it really does become a really vicious cycle. So what even is a good night's sleep? Now, we're all going to have wildly different opinions on this depending on what stage of life you're at, whether you're working a lot, whether you've got new babies or whatever it is. So some people will say, I'm fine with 4 or 5 hours sleep. That may be true short term, but is unlikely going to be true long term. So a good sleep is basically when we fall asleep reasonably easily. We're getting usually between 7 to 9 hours sleep a night. Knowing how much sleep you need is really important. Some people will say to me, when I get 9 hours, I feel amazing. Then 9 hours is right for you. Don't feel like it's just gotta be 8 hours, that's it. If you feel really great after 7.5, but when you get more, you feel really groggy for the day, then 7.5 is your good number. So try to work out what is that perfect number for yourself by when you do fall asleep easily, wake up feeling refreshed and have a great energy day, just think back and go, yeah, what was my sleep and wake time? Maybe I'm learning a little bit about myself as to what is my perfect amount of sleep. So we want to ideally not be waking up in the night, or if you do, it's just like a quick sort of turnover, but you're not actually lying awake at night in the night. It's really important that we're waking up feeling refreshed and energized. That should be when our cortisol levels start to kind of rise. We feel really good in the morning, and then we get more tired by the afternoon before we go to bed. You really shouldn't be groggy on waking unless you're getting up early to an alarm. So I guess the thing with an alarm is that you could be in a really deep sleep phase when the alarm goes off, and so you often will just be like, oh, it's kind of quite difficult to get up. But as soon as you get up, it's usually good. If you're somebody who snoozes the alarm a lot, I would recommend that you just actually set the alarm for a bit later so that like you actually get that extra 10 or 20 minutes sleep rather than just assuming that you're going to snooze, because you'll usually actually feel worse by waking up and falling back asleep. One of the tricks is to put your phone, which is hopefully not in your bedroom, but if it is, or your alarm clock on the other side of the room. So when it goes off, you actually just have to get up. Usually once you've got up, you should be kind of okay. A bad sleep can really affect both our physical and mental health. So bad sleep has been associated with increased weight gain and metabolism issues. So one of the reasons for this is that people who don't sleep enough tend to be awake longer at night and actually consume more calories, and they're usually poor choices at that time. Not many people are having their hummus and carrot sticks at 10 p.m. But also too, if we actually don't get enough sleep, that affects our leptin, which is our satiety hormone, the hormone that makes us feel full when we've eaten, and also our cortisol levels. And too much cortisol can increase fat gain and decrease fat loss. So it's really important for weight maintenance, for weight loss, and our metabolism that we're getting a good night's sleep every night. I know most of you are like, oh my gosh, now I need to make sure I focus on sleep. Who would have known that sleep was the missing link for weight loss? All we have to do is sleep. Not too much, just the right amount. The other thing is that bad sleep can suppress your immune system. So particularly at the moment, it's really important that we're looking after our immune systems. So making sure that we're getting a good sleep is important for our immune systems. If you don't get enough sleep, it's actually been shown to decrease memory and cognition. And people who have poor sleep that night actually drop a few IQ points for the next day. It catches back up, don't worry. But if you're up studying for an exam or something all night, you're actually not going to be as smart the next day. So the smart thing to do is study in advance and make sure that you're actually getting enough sleep. Bad sleepers have also been shown to have an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. And studies have also shown that poor sleepers are 5 times more likely to develop depression, anxiety, and panic disorders. So You know, sleep, I mean, who doesn't love sleep, seriously? But it's not only like lovely, but it's also really important. Sleeping pills, people ask me about, like, you know, well, if you're not sleeping, should you be taking sleeping tablets? But they can also affect our health negatively, and they are highly habit forming. They tend to kind of make us quite dependent on them. You'll often also feel groggy the next day. So look, if you need to use one in isolated incidences, hey, it's all about the balance. But you know, it's really important to kind of look at, like, well, why are you not sleeping? So is it because you've had your phone on too late at night? Are you watching television in bed? You want to try to ideally be off your screen. So maybe you haven't had an adequate wind down period. So with sleep, it's really important that we support our natural melatonin levels. So melatonin is our sleep hormone. And so when it's dark and our eyes see that it's dark, our melatonin levels rise. And then in the morning, when the light comes up, that light reduces our melatonin levels. Now, because we're often staring at a screen, or we've got lights on, or you know, watching television, that can interrupt our natural melatonin, because our body's like, well, hang on a second, I'm kind of tired, but my melatonin's staying low because it's not dark. So you want to try to kind of dim the lights and stay off screens for at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. If you have trouble waking up, it may also be worth either just going straight outside so you can see the light, or even sleeping with the blinds open, so that when the sun gets up in the morning, light hits the back of the retina through the eyelids, and your melatonin levels will drop, and you should start to feel more energized. So if you're not sleeping more, try to create a sleep routine, definitely turning off the screens, doing a gentle meditation or relaxation app before bed. All those things are things that we really want to be trying before we turn to things like sleeping tablets. Luckily for us in the natural world, you know, there are also some really beautiful herbs and nutrients that can really help to get us a better quality sleep, help to reduce that excessive thinking, and really help to settle our nervous system. Some of my favorite ones are jujube seed, I love hops, passion flower, withania, valerian roots, one of my favorites, magnolia bark. So we really do have all of these beautiful herbs that are absolutely kind of worth trying. If you've been having problems with sleep, where you just want to feel your very best and get the best sleep that you can, I would absolutely recommend taking the Happy Mammoth sleeping quiz. And that way you'll be able to get really full assistance on exactly what you need to get the best sleep. Who doesn't want the best sleep? So let us know below whether you've tried the Happy Mammoth Deep Sleep Mode, or there's been something that's really helped you to get a better quality sleep. Pop it in the comments below so that we can all have a look and share that information together. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day and a great night's sleep.